Hey everybody, Allison Gardner here, and today I want to talk about loving a spouse with depression. I often title my videos Supporting a Spouse with Depression because there's a lot of supporting going on, and when people receive that diagnosis for their spouse, that's a lot of what people look for is how do I support a spouse with depression? And so a lot of what I share is how to support them and encourage them and how to support yourself while you support them. But as I've pondered on it and I've talked to a lot of other women who are also supporting spouses with depression, I noticed a theme that comes up a lot. And that theme is that we tend to not like sharing with the people around us all the things that are going on, because a lot of times we hear back when we're sharing just a moment that was hard for us, a moment that took us to our knees or had us crying into our pillow a little bit. And we recognize it's a moment, but we still need help for that moment. And then we share it with someone, and two responses inevitably follow. One is either, wow, you just need to get a divorce, you just need to leave, or you guys seriously need to work on saving your marriage. And I'm like, whoa, this is a moment. Or the second one is, you just need to count your blessings and focus on the good stuff that's happening. And I'm living in my marriage, so I see my marriage, and I have observed other places that couples aren't 100% equally yoked all the time. Now this is my equally yoked symbol, I guess, that you're not moving forward together all of the time. Some people have off days, some people have on days. And in fact, I was talking to my mentor, and just kind of my husband and I had kind of hit a hard spot because it was winter and it was dark and it just was kind of rough. And we were talking, and I just shared with him, like, how do you handle, like, are you guys ever together? Are you guys ever working together at full strength on, like, to get together? And he said, no. That's a total myth. Sometimes I'm doing really well, and so I'm going ahead, and she's having a bit of a hard time, and so we kind of go together at our own pace. And sometimes she's doing really well and she's going really strong, and so she's moving forward and I'm a little bit farther behind, just trying to keep going. And he said, that's just how marriage is. That's just how life is. You guys can be a good fit. You guys can have a strong marriage, and it's still going to be a little uneven. He said, that's okay. You just go for your strengths and you do the best that you can. Now, with depression, sometimes that can feel a little bit more uneven. The switch might not happen as quickly as it does in other marriages, but it does. My husband supports me and strengthens me and encourages me. Just the other day, we were talking about my fear of the dentist, and he's had quite the roller coaster with those, and so he walked me through it and he helped me work it out. And so that's why this video is also about loving a spouse with depression, because it's not just about supporting them. You also are madly in love with them, and it's taking the time to realize that a lot of what's happening is the depression, is the mental illness. It's not a lack of caring on their part. It's not a lack of help and support, because there are those moments. It's just holding on to those moments when they happen, because they don't always happen. But every couple will go through seasons and will go through things. And so for all of you out there who live it, keep going through this season. And as you already know, I know you already know, there will be a beam of light. There will be that moment when they are fully your spouse in just the way you need them to be. And just to those of you on the outside of this, know that it goes both ways. We love our spouses. We see who they really are underneath all of the surface stuff that's happening. The surface stuff that can be incredibly painful sometimes. but we see them who they really are. And so we are invested in our marriage because we do know it's a season, we do know it's a moment. And so if you're on the outside looking in, be there to support them, be there to encourage them, and help them to see that their investment is a blessing and is a gift, and that they are counting their blessings and that they are trying to look for the best. But we all have a moment when things are hard, and so just let them listen. Just let me rephrase that. You just listen and let them share and let them get it off their chest, because we all have moments when life stacks up too heavy. We all have moments where we just can't take it anymore, and we just need to lighten that load a little bit. So if you're in that place carrying that load, wherever you are in life, I would encourage you to find someone you trust to share it with, so that you can make it through that moment, you can make it through that season to something better. And to those listening, just listen. That is all we need. It's just someone to listen, some way for us to work out the scary, or to work out the hurt, or to work out the ache, or whatever it is, and just get it out, so that we can see the good, so that we can see the season, so that we can remember the person that we love, and we can love that person underneath it all. Because when you support someone with depression, you're in it because you love them, but in those moments of hurt, it can be hard to remember. And so having a safe place to share helps you strengthen that marriage and helps them find peace. So I'm sorry if all of my changing of pronouns got really confusing, but the overall message is it's a season, and just learn to listen, because we all have seasons and we all have moments. Thank you for joining me, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye.